Have you ever felt like you were trying to steer your ship upstream, maybe even without a paddle? If you have, you know the experience feels hard and frustrating and pointless, and you don't move forward hardly at all, do you? And for every few feet that you gain, you lose twice as many each time you find yourself kind of midstream or in the current, and it carries you counter to the direction you want to go, right? Because it's like gravity, it's carrying you downstream, and all your efforts are to go upstream. So if you contrast that experience with whitewater rafting or even a slow glide down a river, kind of like I used to do on the Chattahoochee River in Atlanta when I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, called it shooting the hooch. We would just kind of float down, right? In that case, all the effort you need is to just push your raft out into the current and glide down the river, or let the whitewater take you, right? The only time you might want or need a paddle is if you're headed for a rock or the shore. But even without a paddle, the river is going to put you in the flow and carry you along. But what happens when your entire life is an upstream, like an upstream boat trip? As you can imagine, eventually you're going to get super tired and frustrated and give up, and with good reason. When you approach life like an upstream boat ride, you're going to feel tired, frustrated, and ready to give up. But if you approached it like rafting, like shooting the hooch, you're going to feel excited and exhilarated and ready to enjoy the ride, whitewater and all, right? So which life would you prefer? Upstream or downstream? With the flow, with the current, or against it? Speaking for myself, I want my life to be like a rafting trip. I don't really want whitewater, don't want to go upstream. I just want to float gently downstream. But I can tell you that I've been paddling upstream for a super long time. I've done what others expected of me or I was told I should do, and I've mistrusted my intuition. And because of all of that, I've acted counter to its guidance. I've not followed my internal GPS at all. I've been more concerned about what others will think of me if I do X, Y, or Z, rather than simply doing what I feel called to do, following my internal guidance, my intuition. Until now, right here, right now, I'm telling you that I'm choosing to go with the flow, to get in the raft and flow with the current. And I hope you're going to choose to do the same. But what does that actually mean? It means I'm no longer going to do things that feel frustrating, too hard, and unfulfilling. I'm not going to do the things that other people just expect me to do. Instead, I'm going to do things that feel enjoyable, easy, and fulfilling. And I'm going to follow my intuition 100% of the time. I'm not going to mistrust its guidance. Sorry, I'm looking to see what my dog is doing. Hold on 1 second. That is not yours. I apologize. She's chewing on something that is not hers to chew on. Anyway, back to what I was going to say. I'm going to follow my intuition 100% of the time. I'm not going to mistrust it. I'm going to, not going to get into my head and do what I think I should do, or worse, what others think I should do. I'm going to follow my calling. I'm going to follow the calling of my soul. I'm going to listen to that still small voice that's talking to me all the time. I realized that I might occasionally have to stop my raft's journey to do something that takes me to the shore, something I might prefer not to do, but that's bound to happen once in a while because we have commitments to others, responsibilities, but I'm not going to let that be my primary way of responding to life or of how I'm being. Now, what about you? Are you going to continue to try to get your boat to travel upstream, or are you going to turn it downstream and get in the flow? If I say that to you another way, the question would be, do you choose a life of struggle or a life of ease? And said that way, the answer is a no-brainer, isn't it? So how do you, like me, turn your boat around, especially if doing so is going to cause you or some aspects of your life to capsize as a result? Because it could, right? And that's our fear, is that we're going to capsize or something is going to go tremendously wrong if we turn our boat downstream. So first and foremost, know that everything always has been, is now, and will be fine. You might capsize, but you can right the boat and get back in, or you can float downstream without the boat, kind of like body surfing. In other words, trusting God and source and creator of the universe to keep you safe and to get you where you're going. Use whatever term you like, but just trust that it's got your back. If you're like me, that can feel hard. I'm a pusher, a controller, a solver. Trusting that it'll all work out okay without me doing anything feels so uncomfortable. But I know it's what I need to do. I need to give up the reins and let the horse, as it were, choose the path and the speed. I think of my mother like that. She used to ride a horse when she was younger, and it would take her out into the field and it would bring her back when it wanted to. Second, tap into your body and your emotions. That's how your intuition speaks to you, through physical sensations and feelings and thoughts in your head. If doing something makes you grit your teeth or have difficulty breathing, it's a surefire sign that your soul is guiding you away from that choice. And if something makes you feel, makes your body feel relaxed, like you've taken your first deep breath in days, that's a sign that you're finally following your intuition. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Third, every day ask yourself, how can I get in the flow today? Or how can I follow my intuition today? Or how can I feed my soul today? You can find the answer to these questions in meditation, channeled writings, journaling, even talking with a friend or a coach. But once you have it, once you have the answer, take action on that. Follow your internal guidance system, even if whatever you were told to do seems crazy or counterintuitive. And I mean told by your intuition or your spiritual guidance or your whatever you want to call it, your higher self. It could sound crazy and counterintuitive, but just do it and see what happens. That's what I'm going to do. And I know it feels like a big, huge experiment, and it is. But that's what I'm going to be doing because I want to live a life that feeds my soul. I want to have my life be a journey downstream in the flow in a raft, looking at all the beautiful scenery and feeling like I don't have to paddle, that it's all easy. Know that you aren't alone as you begin this journey, because this journey downstream, because my raft is going to be close to yours, because I'll be practicing these 3 steps too. And what I'd love to do is to have you tell me in a comment down below whether you're turning your raft downstream or your boat downstream, or whether you're going to travel against the current. Okay? Tell me whether what you feel called to do feels counterintuitive or crazy, or whether you're going to do it anyway. Tell me whether following your intuition, getting in the flow is as easy as I'm saying, because I'm going to find out, just like you, how easy it really is, and that we're all going to be okay. We are okay. We're going to be okay. And we're going to live lives that feed our soul as we travel downstream in that raft. So leave me a comment. Let me know whether you're turning that boat downstream or continuing to go upstream and how it's feeling for you. Okay. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation coach. I am an intuitive transformational catalyst. I love to help people get from where they are now to where they want to go by combining their passion and their purpose and getting inspired, taking inspired action. And sometimes what that takes is choosing to be someone different. So I'm choosing to be someone who follows my intuition. I'm choosing to be someone who goes with the flow, not against it. Right? That's a change in identity. And that's what transformational coaching is all about. Because when you change your identity to be someone who can create whatever it is you want to create, you will do the things necessary to create that. And you are a creator. We are all creators. We can't create, though, when we're trying to control and to push and to flow upstream. We have to learn how to tap into who we are and to flow downstream, to trust our intuition. And so if you want to choose who to be so that you can live a life in flow, a life that really feeds your soul, where you're listening to your soul, click on the link above and join this inspired creator community. That's where I offer transformational coaching, combination of personal and spiritual growth to help you step into being your best self and creating the life that you really want to have. So click on the link above. Love to see you in the Inspired Creator community and help you become just that, an inspired creator. It's where I pull back the curtain and I share things like this, but in more depth about my process, my journey, so that you can learn from it and that you can find ways to get from where you are to where you want to go by being the person that you really know you can be. So again, join the Inspired Creator community. And until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.